Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, before we start this week's edition of Reign of Chaos Wrestling StrikeZone, I would like to take a moment to pay respects to John Huber, otherwise known in the wrestling world as Luke Harper and Brody Lee in WWE and AEW, respectively. Last week, he passed away at the age of 41 with complications of health, with lung health, and it's just a tragic event that we had to endure this week. We did previously hire Brody to appear in Reign of Chaos Wrestling a number of years ago, and again, our condolences to his friends and family. So without further ado, I'd like to take this time now for the bell to ring 10 times in his memory. Thank you. Welcome everybody once again to Reign of Chaos Wrestling. It is Saturday. You know what that means. That means it is time for Reign of Chaos Wrestling here in Philadelphia in the old ECW arena. We are kicking things off this week with Eli Drake versus Rhino. As both men unsuccessful in their hunt for championship gold that would culminated to RCW breakout last week. Of course, Eli Drake, the former Impact World Champion, making his way down to the ring, facing off against another former TNA World Heavyweight Champion in Rhino. Of course, Eli Drake putting on a great performance in our very first episode. Defeating his opponent that night. And again, I have to keep reiterating that Eli Drake, I have no doubt in my mind that he will be a future champion here in Reign of Chaos Wrestling. But speaking of championship matches, we also have in our main event a rematch from Breakout, given that the tag team titles were never officially awarded by the referee due to a countout by the Street Profits. In tonight's main event, we will see a Falls Count Anywhere tag team match for the RCW tag team titles between the Profits and the Bar.
And his opponent from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 295 pounds, Rhino.
And of course, Rhino faced off against Dave Mastiff, who would go on to face Kevin Owens at Breakout for the World Championship in that rounds match. But now both Eli Drake and Rhino looking to again start at square one here in Reign of Chaos Wrestling, and again hopefully lead to championship pursuits. And also, speaking of championships, we also have the Twitch TV title on the line. Leader on the new champion Leo Rush, defending the title. And we got a single leg Boston Crab out of the gate from Rhino. Eli Drake just taking it to Rhino. Back body drop by the Man Beast. Eli Drake continuing to go to work here on Rhino. Now keeping control of the head is Eli Drake, and now just slingshotting Rhino back to the center of the ring. Multiple kicks to the back of Rhino. A big frame from the Detroit native. And a clothesline to the back of the neck of Rhino. Immediately into the cover goes Eli Drake. With a quick kick out from the Man Beast. Eli Drake just basking in his own spotlight. And a quick Dragon Screw takedown from Eli Drake to Rhino. A hard right hand to Rhino. Nothing textbook about it, just punching the guy as hard as he possibly can. Keeping control, keeping Rhino grounded, slowing him down. Take out the speed, you take out the power. In this case for Rhino, wearing him down. Up and over the top rope, and Eli Drake countering with a right hand. I believe this match may be all for Eli Drake. Double leg takedown. Wonderfully executed from Eli Drake, and now into the figure four. On to Rhino here. Never seen this before in Eli Drake's arsenal. But Rhino able to roll over on his belly to reverse the pressure. Or at least make it somewhat uncomfortable for Eli Drake. Quarter Nelson neck breaker from Eli Drake. Diamond scary takedown from Rhino. And now it's Rhino's turn to work on his seated opponent here. And again, Rhino just working the neck of Eli Drake. Is now Drake starting to make a comeback here with a series of right hands. And now up on his shoulders is Eli Drake with Rhino. Oh. Eli Drake continuing to work on Rhino as Rhino sweeps the leg of Eli Drake, just picking him up by the collarbone. A lot of strength there from the Man Beast. Again, another series of right hands, and I believe now Rhino's busted open. Yep, there he is, indeed. There's a hard clothesline in the corner to Rhino from Eli Drake. Immediately into the cover. And only a 2 count for Eli Drake. And then, of course, what would Eli be? Well, calling somebody a dummy, and he may be doing that as he's trash talking to Rhino right now. But I would highly advise doing that, I guess, especially against Rhino. Because now Rhino's looking to put this match away. He's setting up for the gore. And there it is. Splitting Eli Drake right in half. Into the cover goes Rhino to put this match away here. And he does. Rhino picking up the victory over Eli Drake. Great match to start off another week of exciting action here in Reign of Chaos Wrestling. As we take a look at the countless replays here during the match, and Eli may have been looking for the figure 4 once again on the Rhino. The Rhino wanted to put this match away, and he did it with a gore. Again, right down the middle of Eli Drake. And Rhino picking up the victory here on this week's episode of StrikeZone. Rhino wearing the wounds of battle, but he wears them proudly. As we move on to our next match, and our next match is going to be some women's action between Mandy Rose and Mickie James. Of course, Mickie James is a veteran across every promotion that she's worked for. And then Mandy Rose still looking to make an impact for herself, make a name for herself in the world of wrestling. And what better way to do that than to knock off the multiple-time women's champion and legend Mickie James. But of course, these two were also involved in that triple threat match that also involved Jordan Grace, in which Grace would go on to face Nikki Bella for the Women's Championship at Breakout.
Making her way to the ring from Yorktown Heights, New York, Mandy Rose.
I have no doubt in my mind that Mandy Rose is future championship material here in Reign of Chaos Wrestling. So is just about everybody who is signed on to be a part of the RCW roster. And speaking of the women's division, I would recommend everyone at home to check out General Admission Wrestling over on their YouTube channel, as they are in the midst of Nitro 10. And in the last episode, Asuka successfully retained her GAW Women's Championship against Caitlin Dunlap, a young rookie out of their training school. And of course, Asuka's in double turmoil. She has to later defend her Women's Championship against Dakota Kai. But that's GAW. This is RCW, and here comes Mickie James.
And her opponent, from Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James.
Let's just talk about it for a second. That all the titles that Mickie James, all the titles and all the women that Mickie James has defeated in her career. She has defeated Trish Stratus, Lita, and she's also won the WWE Women's Championship, the Divas Championship, the Knockouts Championship over in TNA. Mickie James has done it all in her legendary career. But just like AJ Styles, can she carve out one more spot in her career and make that be the RCW Women's Championship? Of course, who can't forget the legendary match between Mickie James and Asuka back at NXT TakeOver for the Women's Championship. Mandy Rose making quick work here of Mickie James as they're showing their mat game here in this match so far. Definitely spending some time in the gym. Off the ropes. Goes Mickie James, and a power slam from Mandy Rose into the cover. Great move there from Mandy Rose. Back elbow from Mickie. Collar and elbow tie up. Controlling the waist now. Still very fresh in this match. A quick gut kick from Mandy to Mickie. And not sure what Mandy was looking for there. Maybe a code breaker, but Mickie gets to counter. And now Mickie starts to work on the legs of Mandy Rose. As Mandy Rose was former competitor in WWE's more recent version of Tough Enough. Into the cover goes Mickie. And she became quick friends with Sonya Deville in Tough Enough. Those two had their run in WWE, and Luthez press here from Mandy Rose. Now Mandy looking for a running shoulder tackle to Mickie, but not able to connect to anything. Now off the ropes goes Mickie James. There's a flapjack from Mickie James to Mandy Rose. Snap suplex from Mickie James, beautifully done. Quickly into the counter, or cover. And now Mickie just saying to Mandy Rose, is that all you got? Not any more to show. Mandy Rose now throwing Mickie into the corner, looking for a running forearm to Mickie James. Suture's training positions in the corner, running bulldog from Mickie James. And spin kick there from Mickie into the cover. And Mandy Rose may be out cold, not quite yet. And Mickie may be looking to put this match away with a chick kick. If she can connect with it, no, Mandy Rose, forearm. Fireman's carry position, dropping Mickie over the top rope. Now Mandy's looking to put this match away here. Double underhook into a fairy tale ending. Into the cover on Mickie James. Mickey's close to the ropes, but she cannot make it to the ropes, but she can kick out nonetheless. Now Mandy's just beside herself. She's speechless. She doesn't know what more to do to Mickie. And then now the disrespect from the upstart. Mandy Rose to Mickie, just kicking her nonsensically. There's a hard uppercut from Mickie James. Hurricane Rana taking down Mandy Rose. May have been a bit of a receipt there from Mickie. Another float over suplex, this time not into the cover. Goes Mickie gut punch from Mandy Rose. Now into the corner. Mandy's perching Mickie up on the top turnbuckle. That can only mean one thing, and it's going to hurt. Mandy Rose looking for a superplex to Mickie James. Dead center of the ring. That hurts your opponent just as much as it does to you. And Mandy just, again, not letting up on Mickie here. Another kick out from James. And the spin kick from Mickie. Into the cover on Mandy here. And another kick out from Mandy Rose. Now Mickie looking to put this match away. Possibly dumping Mandy Rose to the outside of the ring. I'm not sure what Mickie has planned here. I mean, we know that she can be a psycho as the best of them. A face buster from Mandy Rose, taking advantage of Mickey's momentum. Because we all saw how Mickie James can be, especially with her rivalry with Trish Stratus. Mandy Rose with a face buster to Mickie James, and now Mandy's just becoming incensed. She's stomping on the fingers of Mickie James here. And now Mandy, using the middle rope to get some kind of advantage. And Mickey's been there, done that, seen that before. Throughout her legendary career. Back elbow from Mandy. And now Mickie able to block it. Gut kick into the DDT from Mickie James into the cover. And that's going to be enough to put away Mandy Rose this week. Mickie James on a roll so far. Here after RCW Breakout, which you can watch right now over on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Tubasplat, where you may be watching this as a video on demand. And then, of course, you can subscribe to our Twitch channel. In the first tier, you get an exclusive perk that comes with this series that you can help decide who is going to challenge for the Twitch Championship every week.
Here is your winner,
Mickie James picking up a big win here over, again, the young upstart Mandy Rose. As Mickey's looking to carve her own place out here in Reign of Chaos Wrestling. The world-class maniac Eric Young answering the call for Lio Rush's Twitch TV Championship here tonight on StrikeZone. Of course, Eric Young went to battle with Curtis Axel a number of weeks ago in order to qualify qualify later on into the World Championships tournament. That match was eventually won by Curtis Axel, but Eric Young still has yet a lot to prove again in his career. His legendary career after all of his time down in TNA Wrestling and his stint in NXT and WWE.
is scheduled for one fall and is for the Internet Television Championship.
And here is the world-class maniac Eric Young making his way to the ring through all the smoke and darkness that is shown in the arena here tonight, in the old ECW arena here in Philadelphia. I believe under the right circumstances, Eric Young would have fit perfectly in with the original ECW. But Eric Young has his target set, and it's on the Twitch TV Championship and its champion, Lio Rush. Lio Rush defeated Ace Austin at RCW Breakout in a phenomenal match to become the new Twitch champion. Of course, the Twitch Championship is self-explanatory. It has to be defended every single week. Whether it's TV or pay-per-view, it has to be defended every week. And Eric Young clearly, again, stepping up to the challenge. He wants the Twitch title, but can he do it against the man of the hour? And here's our Twitch champion, Lio Rush. Again, defeated Ace Austin to win that title at Breakout. Again, a real, almost like a dream match between those two. Lio Rush, a former NXT Cruiserweight champion, and Ace Austin, a former X Division champion over in Impact Wrestling. But it's go time for Lio Rush if he can defend the Twitch TV Championship here tonight against Eric Young. And of course, Lio Rush was eliminated from the World Championship tournament by losing to Dolph Ziggler after, again, some controversial ending.
From Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 232 pounds, Eric Young. Introducing the champion from Washington, D.C., weighing in at 160 pounds, he is the Internet Television Champion, Lio Rush.
Again, Lio Rush was eliminated from the world title tournament by Dolph Ziggler after the referee failed to see that Lio grabbed the bottom rope, forcing a break. And then Ziggler would go on to the semifinals for the World Championship, but that's all in the past. What matters is now, and what matters now is the Twitch TV Championship on the line here. Lio Rush and Eric Young. An overhead kick from Eric Young, a running forearm from the world-class Maniac. Going to work, single leg takedown from Lio Rush, immediately into a Boston Crab. And look like Lio Rush was even using the ropes to his own advantage on that Boston Crab. The referee didn't see it. Another suplex there from Lio Rush. Very proud champion, a brainbuster from Lio. Whereas Lio is a very proud champion. And I wouldn't have it any other way if it was down for the Twitch Championship. And now Eric Young's got Lio set up in the tree of woe position. Just looking to, I was going to say, quite choke him out, but not quite. Just boots to face, and about all there is to it, and a 1 count from the champion. Collar and elbow tie up, and Lio Rush with a running drop kick, taking down Eric Young. Facebuster there, running drop kick from Eric Young missing, and so was a springboard maneuver from Lio. I believe it may have been a springboard famouser. That would have been pretty to see if he would connect with it, but he wasn't able to. We'll get there at some point, that we'll get to see that move. Stemmer takedown from Lio Rush, and now keeping Eric Young grounded, slowing him down. course, that's always a strategy when your opponent is bigger than you and the height and weight area. Now Leo's already setting up, looking to put this match away here against Eric Young. Into the corner with that running enziguri. Right on the temple of Eric Young, looking to put this match away here. This is the Twitch champion, and no, only a 2 count from Eric Young. Short line, clothesline missing from Rush. And now Eric Young with a leaping attack onto the left arm of Rush, and now Eric Young looking to get back in this match, missing with the splash. Now these two just trading right hands and kicks and overhand punches and anything that's not tied down or not attached to their bodies. Now Eric Young up on the top turnbuckle with a diving elbow, connecting right to the abdomen of Lio Rush, into the cover for the Twitch TV Championship. No. What a great first defense this would be for Lio Rush if he can knock off the world-class maniac Eric Young. And now Young will be looking to put this match away. Here's a wheelbarrow neckbreaker to the champion. Dead center of the ring, into the cover. And Eric Young is the new Twitch champion, knocking off Lio Rush here. Now this is also a very dangerous position that Eric Young holds a championship. And if it's anything like his reign after he defeated Eddie Edwards for the Impact Championship, that he's going to hold on to that title for quite a while. And there's a diving elbow from the top turnbuckle. Going to be this wheelbarrow neck breaker to Lio Rush that would put him down, and now Eric Young is your new Twitch champion.
Here is your winner.
Big title change for the world-class maniac.
Television champion, Eric Young.
We now move on to our co-main event of the evening. Our co-main event of the evening, Dave Mastiff and AJ Styles. Dave Mastiff faced off against Kevin Owens in that rounds match for the World Championship at Breakout. That went all 6 rounds and even into sudden death.
Making his way to the ring from England, weighing in at 322 pounds, Dave Masters.
Dave Mastiff looking to get some momentum back here after the losing effort against Kevin Owens again at Breakout. And what this would do for Dave Mastiff if we can knock off the legend AJ Styles here in our co-main event of the evening. Let's just name off real quick the names of the people that Dave Mastiff did beat to get to the world title. He defeated Rhino and then Dolph Ziggler. And then finally, his momentum came to an end against Kevin Owens.
From Gainesville, Georgia, weighing in at 218 pounds, the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Again, AJ's legendary career spanning from TNA to Japan to WWE and to GAW. He was a legend there, and he was about to retire completely from active competition until he heard that we relaunched, and he was one of the first participants to re-sign a contract to come back here to Reign of Chaos Wrestling. And this would also be part of the pun. It would be a clash of styles here between Dave Mastiff and AJ. Two men of two completely different styles. As AJ with a running lariat immediately into the calf crusher onto Dave Mastiff. AJ like a bolo in China shop. A running leg drop to Dave Mastiff. And Mastiff hasn't been able to get out of the blocks yet in this matchup. Immediately a 2 count on a Mastiff, and just I did not expect this at all, ladies and gentlemen, between these two. That AJ taking quick advantage. Took a little neck breaker from AJ. And I guess that's the best way to take on Dave Mastiff, if you attack him at 100 miles an hour and not allow him to play catch up. Now AJ is starting to get the momentum back in this match here against the Bomber, and again another calf crusher onto Mastiff. Now AJ looking to put this match away here, and I would, well, no way, says Mastiff. Mastiff saw it coming, the styles clash, and now Mastiff with a rolling senton to AJ. Now Mastiff's got him up for the Tiger Driver to AJ Styles. Into the cover is Mastiff onto AJ here, and AJ still willing enough to kick out. Again, this match is completely different from how I anticipated it going down, and I'm not too upset with it, to be perfectly honest with you. Mastiff just dumping AJ to the outside of the ring here. And now these two just battling on the outside, trading strikes back and forth, and the crowd here in Philadelphia is loving it. Now AJ with a reverse DDT to the Bomber. And now AJ's got him up with a Hishigoroshi. To Dave Mastiff, and now AJ. Can you get the big man up for a Styles Clash? And he is. He's going to connect with it. Flowing him over onto his shoulders. Into the cover, and AJ's looking to put this match away here against Dave Mastiff, and he does. What a match as quick as it was, what a match between these two. The energy in this was just absolutely off the charts between these two. I honestly wouldn't mind seeing these two go at it one more time, but we'll have to deal with it or not. That's going to have to fill our appetite for that for this week. Again, as we take a look at the replays here, just again, the action was fast and furious, and only one of these guys is going to be able to get the win here, and it was AJ for this week.
Here is your winner, the phenomenal AJ.
Now AJ is building momentum to get back in the World Championship picture. I believe the last time AJ was ever close to a World Championship match was back at Hell on Earth against Chris Jericho inside Hell in a Cell in 2016. As we now move on to our main event for the tag team titles. Sheamus and Cesaro. They're two phenomenal singles competitors, but coming together to create one dangerous tandem, and that is the Bar. Of course, Cesaro, a former Twitch champion here in GAW Wrestling, former Intercontinental champion in GAW, multiple-time tag team champion in WWE, former United States champion. And then there's the other half, Sheamus, who's a multiple-time world champion, King of the Ring, Royal Rumble winner. Both these guys are absolute units in the ring. Again, as singles competitors, they are dangerous alone, but together they are a force to be reckoned with. And of course, the Street Profits, a young, promising tag team here in GAW Wrestling. Of course, the Profits are former champions in NXT, then Raw and SmackDown. And they would have won the RCW tag team titles at RCW Breakout if it wasn't for the count out that occurred, and so that's why this week we are having ourselves a Falls Count Anywhere Tornado Tag Team match. That way we are going to get a winner, and we will have tag team champions. And of course, we can't forget the longest reigning and basically undisputed tag team that existed so far in Random Chaos Wrestling. That was Team Altitude, a team of Zack Ryder and Neville. And talk about a unit. That team was unstoppable a number of years ago. The referee hoists up the tag team titles. And again, this match can end anywhere, seeing that it is false count anywhere. And everyone's got their dance partners. Angelo with Cesaro and Montez with Sheamus. And again, pardon the pun, that this match is going to be all-out chaos between these two teams. As we're taking a look right now, just the action inside the ring, and now even going outside. I don't even know. It's a whole different feeling to describe, and I don't even know where to begin to call this match. Well, I guess we could start in the ring between Dawkins and Cesaro, and Cesaro with a huge belly to Angelo Dawkins, and Dawkins is not a small man, I can promise you that. And Sheamus is going to work on Montez outside of a springboard uppercut from Cesaro to Dawkins. And Sheamus is just manhandling Montez onto the outside of the ring. And into the barricade goes forward. And Sheamus just baiting him in. Just come on. Just being like, come on, kid. What you got? And there's a European uppercut from Cesaro to Dawkins. Can Cesaro capitalize? Maybe looking for the sharpshooter. Homage to his former tag partner, Tyson Kidd. And now it's... Well, I thought it was the Profits getting control of this match, but it's still anybody's ball game so far. There's a burning bulldog almost on the steps. From Montez to Sheamus. Military press coming in hot from Cesaro into the European uppercut. Now Cesaro keeping control of Dawkins, at least for the moment. And now Montez looking to get into the cover, become the tag team champions, and so is Dawkins here. And the cover on Cesaro, and the Profits are your tag team champions. Again, just the chaos just everywhere going on at the same time, hard to keep track. And we got ourselves confirmed now for tag team champions, that being the Street Profits. We got ourselves two new champions. Eric Young is the new Twitch champion, and the Street Profits here tag team champions. Well, there's where we saw the closing moments. It was the spine buster there from Angelo Dawkins to Cesaro out on a thin padding. And somehow the referee was able to call it through X-ray vision, but that's not beside the point. The point is that the Profits are the RCW Tag Team Champions. And now the question becomes, who's going to be first to challenge this team for the tag team titles? Down the line, we'll have to wait and find out. Thank you everybody so much for joining us for another exciting edition of Reign of Chaos Wrestling StrikeZone. Again, thank you everybody so much for watching. Please consider subscribing onto our YouTube channel, as well as our Twitch channel that helps out the stream. And again, you get to have exclusive privileges like deciding who's going to challenge for the Twitch TV Championship every single week. Again, We appreciate everyone for watching. We'll see you right here next week on the Strike Zone.